What's up, guys? Derek checking in. God set me free. Video number 5. It's getting awesome. Loving the connection, loving how this is making me feel. You don't understand. Tell you guys, everything about what I've always pictured me doing to get closer to God never once consisted of this. And I swore up and down that I would read more and I would read the Bible more and I would do this, I would do that. I never did it. But I kid you not that every night I know that this needs to be done. For me, for you guys that are watching, it needs to be done. So I want to clear the air up with some nonsense that's been going around. And it's more my friends, family, things like that. You know, and they keep trying to hint to me that, oh, you know, I hope you're not just trying to do this for that overnight success or that viral success. And I just want you guys to have a clear understanding. I don't care about viral success. I don't care about being the #1 video on YouTube for this week. I could care less about it. If I cared so much about it, I'd have been a social media junkie. And I was, but I stopped that a long time ago. I wrote this down in my notes. I said, if my video touches one person a day and can change a life, then my video meant something. And I don't care if it's that one view, but if that changed somebody's life that wasn't able to experience Christ or wasn't able to have that understanding, then my job is definitely worth doing it. So I want to clear that nonsense up right now. Hoping we can move forward from that because, you know, I don't really need to spend much time on it. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing the hat because the hair is just out of control. Thursday, get a cut. No hat that day. I want to give a special shout out to the Uproar team, my first impressions coordination, whole volunteer team, my first impressions leader, Michael. We had an awesome meeting today, so influential, such a powerful movement today that we had. Rolly, if you're watching, great job with the prayer, man. I tell you, your words, they fuel the fire that people need in their hearts. And, you know, we just had a great time. And I give a special shout out to Uproar because we're making moves. We are the generation that's going to change this world. And I know it. So with that being said, I want to do what I do best. Jump right into the book. If you guys return to Proverbs chapter 2, we're going to do verses 1 through 8. Kind of short, but I got a couple of different verses that I want to take out of this, so we'll pick them apart as soon as I'm done. So it's titled, The Benefits of Wisdom. My child, listen to what I say and treasure my commands. Tune your ears to wisdom and concentrate on understanding. Cry out for insight and ask for understanding. Search for them as you would for silver. Seek them like hidden treasures. Then you will understand what it means to fear the Lord, and you will gain knowledge of God. For the Lord grants wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He grants a treasure of common sense to the honest. He is a shield to those who walk with integrity. He guards the path of the just and protects those who are faithful to him. I tell you, man, it moves me. This book is just, I said it before, it's unparalleled to any book you'll ever read. So I start picking apart. We'll start with verse 2. Tune your ears to wisdom and concentrate on understanding. I wrote down in my notes that, you know, too many times our ambition and our drive put us in positions that we weren't ready for. You guys know that whole Kevin Hart, oh, I wasn't ready, oh, no. That's exactly what we go through. And it's at that moment that the enemy is waiting, prepared, just ready to pick you apart. And I know that we all experience it at one point or another. And what I can tell you is that when I got saved, I asked God for patience. And that was the one thing that I asked for was patience. And I knew that with patience, we're going to come a lot of tribulations and a lot of tests. Tests of my patience, of my faith, of everything. Because I knew I was about to go through some bad times. Because when you ask for patience, the devil's ready to creep in. And what I had to do with my life was take a step back. To take a step back and listen. Listen to feedback. Don't neglect it. Accepted that sometimes I didn't know it all, which I swore I did. And really, take the time to give people an opportunity to shed some light in my world when I wasn't really accepting to it. So I challenge you guys, in your positions at jobs, within your family, take a step back. We all got drive. It's great to have it, but don't burn bridges to get there. And that was something I did a lot in my positions in my job. And, it hurt. It hurt. It cost me time, valuable time that I will never get back. And I encourage you people to take a step back. The Lord knows what He's going to do for you. The Lord knows what positions you're supposed to be in. If you jump the gun and move into different positions and set yourself up for different areas that you want to be in but maybe weren't ready for, it only pushes for the failure to come out. So I challenge you, take a step back, relax. Let God light the path. What would have taken 4 years could take 2. But don't rush the 2 to 1 because you just want to be out of a position or you want to be moving to the next level. Relax. I know situations are hard. My situation's hard right now. But it's not stopping me. It's not making me want a second job. It's not making me want to continue on and push forward for a new position. You got to be comfortable where you at. Remember, gratitude is a big, big, big virtue. And you got to be grateful for it. God put you there because He wants you there. And He'll put you somewhere else when He's ready to. The second part that I want to kind of take apart is, for the Lord grants wisdom. From His mouth come knowledge and understanding. And it goes right back to the book, guys. We talk about this book being such an instruction manual for people, for Christians, and it's as simple as pie. This book has sayings and analogies and things inside of it that were written well before anything that we have, technology, social media, these jobs out there, and it still relates. That's to be the most amazing part about the book, is that what happened 2,000 years ago that were written on tablets are now being read on tablets. Sayings and proverbs and all throughout the Bible could relate to the people that may have never picked up an actual physical book. It doesn't matter what era, generation, time we are in. This book feeds knowledge. This book feeds understanding. And it didn't matter when it came out. And I love that because through this book, it gives you life lessons, true life lessons. And it's not coming from your boy down the block. It's not coming from your homegirl. It's not coming from your parents. It's coming from a book. A book that has wisdom. And I encourage you to follow it and stick with it. The other part is the second part of verse 7, which is, He is a shield to those who walk with integrity. And I speak a lot to this because I had an experience just today in my job, and I had to stand with the integrity and had to challenge myself because I knew there'd be a consequence, but I knew that I couldn't be a part of it. So my job, it sometimes asks of me to reach out and partner with businesses that, for acquisition. Like many positions in retail or sales, it's always about obtaining new business, getting something new. And a certain person who owned a strip club came up on that list. And it's not to question the integrity, the character of the person that owns it, but I made the obvious choice of letting my bosses know that I won't take part. I won't take part in acquiring business from this person, and it's not judging the person, it's judging the situation. A lot of the times my position allows me to go out of my office to other people's place of business, and guess what? It's not really where I want to be. So I had to realize that I would face consequences for this. So, but I knew it was the right thing to do. And no matter what, I know that he's on my side. And I'll let you guys know in a couple of videos what's the outcome of it. But I wrote this, and you let me know how you guys like this. So I wrote, "Those who walk in the path of light will never fall. Those who walk in the dark stumble and lose their way." And I wrote that this starts with you. Whenever you decide to walk on the path of light, you become less fearful of the things around you. People walk with fear when they walk in the dark. Scared to trip over something, knock into something, run into something. And it's because the darkness consumes them. The little boy that held a tarantula in the movie Heaven is for Real, he basically said that there's nothing that he had to fear anymore on this earth, because he knew that God had a vision for him and God was going to always protect him. That must feel amazing. I tell you, to live a life without anxiety, without fear, without hate, it's something that I yearn for so much. And I pray that one day I'll be there. And the last thing that we'll talk about is verse 8. "He guards the path of the just and protects those who are faithful to him." I also wrote here that he can't shield you if you don't let him. And it starts with you also. You have to allow him to get into your heart and talk to you about it. And without allowing that opportunity, you really fall at your knees. I also wrote that the path to God is very narrow. You have to take slow steps and you have to be careful, because it's easy to fall off the path. And the pathway to hell is very wide and very easy to be a part of. And I wrote that because a lot of times people always say it's too hard. It's too hard to do this. It's too hard to do that. It starts with you. You need to man up, woman up, whatever the phrasing is, and realize that this is something that you need to do. If you want to live a better life, if you want that door to be open and you can walk through it, you will do this. Got to wrap up, guys, so I'm going to quickly talk over something that I experienced, and then we'll move forward. What I'll do is I'll do 2 videos tonight, and we'll go from there.